MV3 Traders Futures Trade Radio is brought to you by The Ultimate Trader's Guide, your one-stop shop for the most valuable income-producing information on the internet. Go to ultimatetradersguide.net to learn more. Link in the description below. All right, what's going on, everyone? Got another FOMC day ahead of us. Could be an interesting morning. We'll see how things play out. Today, I probably have a little bit less narration. I want to really focus on my execution this morning. It's kind of hard to. It's kind of challenging to try to trade and do these streams at the same time, so I want to make sure I focus today. And I've been missing a couple opportunities lately. Got one more little post I got to put up on Twitter. Run back through my checklist, make sure I got everything ready to go. Remind myself one more time, because I was kind of rushing earlier. Our only goal is to trade the strategy to perfection. Sure, I keep that attention to detail. And we are open. We have kind of a wide range that we've explored overnight. We started off the session inside the bull zone, came back inside neutral zone for London hours, and right before the open for the New York Stock Exchange open, we dipped below PR -1. Well, some brief selling, kind of been hanging out, hovering PR -1, hovering at 940 area. Got some inventory at 930. Currently messing around with the supply at 950, around the PR low. It's another supply response right before VWAP off MSRP. Just a little quick snapshot of where we are currently and how we got here. Now, whatever happens, I see this all as preparation for whatever the FOMC stuff is going to be used. So, big picture, and that's a kind of a big picture awareness. And they have set the stage from a daily perspective for some sell-off. We had that yesterday that printed basically as a reversal. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. At where we're at right now, I think it's fair to see the market head make moves in either direction. And so we're staying true to this range, heading back towards bull zone. There's the break inside of the bull zone. I'm trying to see how we get any follow through up here. That's we're kind of holding that supply over there at PR -1. That's inventory response off automation. There we go. There's the push. This is my reversal zone. Then we have the session high right above us as my Windows up tries to keeps giving me updates about wanting to restart. It always wants to do this stuff at the wrong time.
Order filled. Order filled.
Are we looking at quick inventory off of PR +1? Let's see if we get another inventory response. So far, we just that zone is not holding. In this budgeting phase where we're picking up some cheaper inventory. Still dropping that inventory. We may be holding this range for this morning, but we'll see. I don't want to speculate too much. All right, so that kind of turns into a micro look below and fail. Seeing how strong that fail side of that look below is. The way that printed, we should see some more selling. If not, that's going to strengthen the upside. Or just keep us in this little box here. Currently holding supply at 990 and inventory around 997. Automation continues to give us a supply response. It's like the name of the game this morning, I'm going to refer to it as holding these or setting up small shops. We're doing a lot of range bound execution this morning. Up to this point, things can change, and we can't stay in these boxes for long, or for long. So eventually we will have to, or we will see some trend from shop to shop. Right now we're holding this shop right here. I mentioned the levels before. Automation still giving us a mechanical response. Collecting as much inventory as we can at that zone. We're starting to ease off of automation. So we're gonna start looking for cheaper inventory, holding this overall range.
Yeah.
Now, based off of structure, from a 3-minute perspective, we should actually see a volume response here, which we did, as I'm trying to find the words to express my analysis. We did get what I was expecting. It was right before a VWAP. We don't have a real volume gap, it's just like extremely tiny until around 9:55. But that inventory push gave us lifted us right back to our supply inside of that zone. Right in that automation area that's giving us another supply response. right back inside of that shop. Commonly referred to as a inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is breaking down. So if you were, if you're, well, see, that was on the micro level. So I'm looking at that pattern on a micro level. So if you're looking at a pattern like that, the way that printed, that head and shoulders already broke down, and you're not really using that anymore. But it took us back to that strong inventory area. Gave us a nice little response off of VWAP. Looking at a inventory zone between 968 and 964. In a bit of a momentum, let's see if we can break past the supply and we can lift supply. There we go. Those orders are really flowing in from the buy side. Doing a quick chime check. We got about 8 minutes before the B period rotation that I like to pay attention to. See if we get that excess or that extra participation that I've been witnessing over the last, or recently. It's been on and off for the last few months. Another nice inventory response off of PR+1. Heavy volume in that PR+1 area. Should have a point of control around there, yep. And yet, once again, that inventory range, or that quick inventory, stayed quick inventory. They didn't keep picking up inventory from there. It was a quick response kind of in front of it, but it went right back inside of the range. Picked up some inventory right above the PR high. And make a mental note to myself to go back and review 948 of my study later. So in this markup phase, continuing to push the supply into our session high. Using PR plus 2 as a session high reference point. I'm gonna be looking to see if we get a response back inside automation. Let's see if we get a response here. Yes, we are. I'm inside of my trade break window. So make sure I stay aware that this is popcorn hours for me, or popcorn minutes, popcorn eyes minutes. I think I found it good to verbalize like the things that I need to be keeping my attention to. Even if I like just think about it, it actually helps me to be more disciplined to those things if I speak it out loud. Spend a decent technique to fight things like FOMO and revenge trading. I don't want to say fight things, but keep myself out of getting triggered by those typical psychological mistakes that we all make. Kind of like you're reinforcing to the side of yourself that gets triggered by that stuff and wants to react. You're just telling it to calm down. We've been here before. We know what to do. We got it. You don't have to worry about missing out on anything. There will be plenty of opportunities. And there's nothing to get revenge against. Just stick to your plan. So we're starting to push supply deeper into that session high. Mechanical supply response. There's, now we're pushing the highs. Did get a quick inventory response on the whole number of 12,000. I expected that we come back to that, especially with that look above and fail. There's a front run, which makes perfect sense. I need to remind myself that I'm still inside of my trade break window. I was feeling froggy right there. Somewhat picking up a little bit of volatility. Not much. Not anything to, you know, get excited about. I've just seen that thing whipsaw too much at that period rotation in relation to my strategy, so just give myself a break during that time. Nice inventory response off of automation. I did say I wasn't going to narrate as much, but I'm not getting as many triggers, so I might as well narrate. Yesterday I had a bunch of triggers that I ended up missing. Let's go back to the session highs. Quick rejection, and there's the push. They got relatively low participation, so if we do continue to push the highs, you know, it would make sense for it to be done methodically. We briefly touched the highs and came right back inside the shop. We picked up a lot of inventory in this range, and we're starting to see an inventory response again. Continuing to hold this wholesale range. Supply run. Now, we should have created a lot of stops there. We should get sort of a squeeze. We'll see how much, if that even happens. We do have this low participation. The setup was only created so many stops up here, so we didn't really get a squeeze. But it doesn't mean that we can't continue to push the supply higher. We shall see it, how thou worketh. Also, I need to remind myself to put another shortcut on my stream deck. Supposed to do that yesterday, but I got busy prepping for Friday's trader triggers. Kind of excited about this trader triggers on Friday that I got planned to talk about. Definitely one that I would highly recommend not missing. As I said, that reminds me of kind of something that I posted on Twitter the other day about keeping the next move your best kept secret. And basically how I'm not necessarily a believer in that. And how that's related to fear. But I'm not about to go into all of that right here. It just put me back into that space. So we're seeing a nice little steady climb. Now, typically when we see this on a day where we have FOMC in the afternoon, we'll get a nice little trend push, and then we'll go right back to the mean. We'll revert right back to the mean at some point after they're done getting rid of all their inventory. So leading up to this, we just had a big inventory collection off of low participation, so it took a while. Now let's get paid off of all of our hard work. From the perspective of wholesale. And I'm at the point of my session to where I need the setup to be just perfect for me to participate. Win, lose, or draw, it doesn't matter, but it's about the setup. Also brings me back into the space. Yesterday I saw something on Facebook where somebody was asking about how to avoid the fake outs. Yeah, they were asking how to avoid fake outs or getting caught into fake outs. And what I found to be the best thing to do with stuff like that is to stop trying to avoid things. And the reason I mention this is because I kind of mentioned what I'm looking for the rest of my trading session today, and how it doesn't matter if it's a winner or a loser. Because one thing you really can't avoid, actually you can, but the only true way to avoid getting caught up in fake outs and stuff is we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how all of this stuff, we can do all the analysis and have all the indicators and all the deep level of studying numbers and statistics and all that stuff, but you still don't control this environment. So you don't know if that stuff is actually if you're going to see your pattern repeat, or you don't know what's going to happen. Like from right where it is right here, I can use some technical analysis and say, big picture, we're going to trade back inside, or trade back into inventory. Right now, I can say that, and I can have seen that historically, but I don't actually know that that's going to happen in the future. Right. So what I found to be the best thing to do is just to stop trying to avoid things and focus more so on the risk management side. Now, the beauty of all of not avoiding things is that I actually learned more about how this environment works. And the things that I was trying to avoid, I actually learned more about them so that I can fine tune my risk and actually participate in those things in multiple ways. So I gave myself a lot of flexibility by not trying to, or by not trying to avoid certain situations that I find unfavorable, that have an unfavorable outcome to what I'm trying to do. If you're trying to fight something, that means there's something also as another force applying resistance. And if you want to take control, if you want to be in power of that situation, it's usually best to go with the flow. So we're continuing to push the supply. Also lift inventory. Continuing this ladder taking markup phase. Current inventory check is around 1225. It's been a while since we visited automation. Right now, automation's at 1230. I'm at the end of my session window. I only caught a slippage scalp. Basically got me break even across the board. It's better than being red, so I take it. With all the hype around this FOMC afternoon, I'm gonna try to watch it. I'm gonna be at work, so I'm not gonna be able to participate at all, but try to peek in and see how that plays out. Actually, it's gonna be kind of hard to do because everything is at 2 for the most part, and then there's something else at 2:30, right? Yeah. So we got economic projections and the statement and the Fed interest rate decisions at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And then the press conference at 2:30. That's 14:30 military time. So, that'd be, for me, that'd be fun to watch if I can, get my stuff together at that time. Might as well turn my trade copier off because just to make sure I don't try to participate when I'm not supposed to be. This print right here, I want to look above 1230. There's that break. We currently got supply at 1240. They did bring us to a point to where they could either slingshot us into new highs, or we can start to begin the rotation back to the mean. They pick up a little inventory. We can see some excitement from our buyers, but another supply response almost at 1240 to the tick. Nice little wave 3 there from me. There's gems on the ground if you want them, pick them up. So we're holding this, call it 1225 inventory zone. I'm gonna take this minute to send out a little something on Twitter. I forgot to open up my YouTube back office. Still holding this shop. We slightly lifted inventory. More so of like a front run where we're closing the window on this area, in this little shop area. Another supply response off of 1240. All right, so we're picking up some momentum. Got some order flow coming in, but we're still getting that inventory response off of 1225-ish. Kind of a hindsight capital review. I could have actually, they've been pretty consistent with how they've been working these areas, so I could have called an audible and made an adjustment and been slightly more aggressive, just as an awareness, not meaning that that's what I'm going to do the next time. Just, you know, just being aware to what happened and adding some information to my mental log. Now we're below automation, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is the period that takes us back to the mean. Now, these are just my opinions, and this is just based off of my analysis. The opposite of what I say can be true, as well as I can actually get it right. But if I get it right, it's more so skill-based luck than anything else. I have no idea what's going to happen next. It's a bit of a disclaimer there, so I would highly advise to not make any trading decisions based off of what I say. Make your own decisions. That is the way. I'm gonna take this time to mark off some of my 1 minute triggers. I usually like to get this and get that print screen like sometime around 10:30, so I can post it in the Discord and have a nice little screenshot showing everything. And this is based off the strategy that I put out in, what in the world is that? The strategy that I put out in the summer school course that I did last summer. That is for free on YouTube. From this 1 minute perspective, I didn't get a whole lot. That last one's kind of reaching. Go ahead and get a screenshot of this, just in case I get the one that I really want. Right. Yeah, well, that's good enough. Now we push the inventory down to 2020 or 1220. I don't know why I want to say 2020 there. Taking us back to that 1240 supply. Took a brief moment to negotiate at automation, and then an immediate supply response to the tick, like perfectly off of 1240. Like that kind of print is rare. Be interesting to see how far back we go for inventory. Want to watch this little phase here, then I'm gonna call it a day. All right, so there's the push back into the session highs. Let's see if we're looking for stops here, or we're gonna really start to make a trend decision. So far, that's turned into a stop hunt. In a very no order left behind fashion. We're coming back inside of that, inside of our previous shop. Potentially could be a rebuild phase, or maybe we have some more. We're still trying to make some extra money before FOMC. That's from a micro scale. Now, there's building that's happening at all perspectives, at all time frames, and all the levels that you can zoom in and out of these charts. All right, so that's taking us back down into the inventory. We're gonna play some more inventory here off of 1230. And that's going to take me to the end of my session. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Hope the things that I project are actually helpful to someone out there. And I hope y'all have a good rest of your session. Try to peek in for the FOMC stuff. I'm calling it the FOMC mega event. But until next time, until tomorrow, trade it easy.